excited to do a review for you today of Maleficent, the 3D Blu-ray. So happy to have finally watched this and picked it up. And of course I got the 3D Blu-ray edition, so I'm going to talk about 3D as well. So I think I'm going to mention the 3D first, just to kind of get that out of the way, and talk about what I thought about 3D, whether I'd recommend picking it up in 3D or not. So basically, the depth in this movie was incredible. If you've seen the movie, you know it's a beautiful movie. The scenes and the shots are so breathtaking at times. It's really nice looking film. So the depth of the 3D just was like, ooh, it just added a lot to it. And there was moments I was like, wow. But it didn't have much. Now, it wasn't that I wanted pop out 3D, because I don't really think that this movie it didn't need it. It didn't need pop out 3D. It looked great in the depth. But there was kind of moments where, like, say for example, Maleficent does this and it's all green, green like smoky stuff, and that smoky stuff kind of could have come out of the screen a bit. Or like sometimes there was these fairies that had like glittery stuff, like, you know, like sparkles type thing, and the sparkles would have been nice if they would have come out of the screen a bit. Nothing really left the screen, but the depth was really good. So visually, it's a tough one. Visually, this 3D movie looked incredible, and the depth was just honestly some of the best that I've seen. I thought it looked really good, but it wasn't like, I don't know, I've not watched it in 2D, so I definitely would watch it in 3D again. Sometimes, you know, you watch a 3D movie and you think, ah, no, I'm just going to watch it in 2D from now on, but this one I'd love to watch in 3D more times. So, you know, if you enjoy 3D depth, I'd say definitely check out this one. But if you're more of a pop out in your face kind of fun 3D like that, you're not going to be happy that this doesn't have any of that. So I personally enjoyed it, and I'm so glad that I picked it up in 3D. But if you are more expecting more to come out of the screen and stuff, and that's the kind of 3D that you enjoy, this probably isn't a 3D movie for you. But if you're looking for depth, oh, and also flying scenes, oh my gosh, there was some incredible flying scenes. Again, nothing came out of the screen, but it just looked, I don't know, I can't really describe it, it just looked incredible. The flying scenes in 3D were just brilliant, and that's something that I really enjoyed. And sometimes something that was flying, whether it be whatever, was in the air and it was just still, and it just looked like you could just grab it out, and it was great. So overall, the 3D, I enjoyed it a lot. I'd watch it in 3D again, but there was no out of the screen 3D. So now let's get on to the movie. Okay, so Maleficent, of course, is based on the origin story. Well, no, it's not. It includes the origin story of Maleficent, and it's based on Sleeping Beauty from Maleficent's point of view. Sleeping Beauty being, where is it? Here. Sleeping Beauty. So as you can see here, there's Maleficent. When I started watching this film, I kind of thought, okay, it doesn't really matter if you haven't seen Sleeping Beauty. You could enjoy this film anyway, and I think I still agree with that. But if you haven't seen Sleeping Beauty, I think it's going to be in your better interest to watch Sleeping Beauty first, then watch Maleficent. Now, I've actually heard a lot of bad things about Maleficent. I thought that everybody liked it, and I didn't really want to know much about it. So after I watched the movie, I looked at some reviews and stuff, and a lot of people are kind of mad at the movie. But I loved it. I thought it was great. But, you know, a lot has changed. Sleeping Beauty is a different story, essentially, than Maleficent. But it kind of follows the same kind of paths, but it takes maybe a different look at it, which I loved, but other people are kind of saying they changed a bit too much. But I absolutely loved it. I found myself being like, oh, like noticing things that are different, and little things like that, and seeing, okay, that's why that, and stuff. I really liked looking at it from a new perspective. So I wasn't mad that they changed things, and there were so many little things I noticed. I was like, oh, okay, that's why that in Sleeping Beauty. So I think you should probably watch Sleeping Beauty first, and then you'll appreciate this movie more, or you will hate it because you won't like that it's changed. But I think if you enjoy it, you'll appreciate the little things. So basically, Maleficent is the evil, witchy, fairy queen thing in this movie, and it kind of shows you how she became to be that way and stuff like that. She used to have wings, and it talks about her as a child, and the whole, you know, there's a whole beginning bit of the movie which is quite, you know, in-depth bit of showing her growing up and like, you know, her origin story, her backstory, and it's really interesting to find out, you know, why she did what she did, and the reasons are, and I really enjoyed that. Now after that, it takes on kind of the normal story of Sleeping Beauty, which I'm sure most of you know. You know, Maleficent goes to the christening and curses Aurora, who in this movie is played by Elle Fanning, and I loved her in this. I think Elle Fanning's great anyway, and I really enjoyed her as Aurora, so that's good because Sleeping Beauty isn't actually one of my favourite Disney princesses, so I was kind of like, but no, I really liked Aurora in this movie. But yeah, so she goes to the christening and curses the child to, well, I think the curse is slightly different in this one, but basically she curses her in Maleficent to, on her 16th birthday, be pricked her finger on a spindle wheel, and then she won't wake up unless it's true love's kiss. So that's kind of the thing there. And there's these three little other fairies that are pink, blue and green. I don't remember the names, I just remember them as those three fairies. And in Sleeping Beauty, I love these fairies. You can kind of see them there. They're my absolute favourites. In this movie, them fairies were just so annoying. I did not like them at all. And that was what I didn't enjoy about this movie. I didn't like the three fairies, which was some of my favourite things about this film. So that was weird, but they weren't in it too much, so it wasn't too bad. But I didn't like them in this one. They were just annoying. I was like, oh, no. But in the original, I really liked them. Anyways, I didn't like the three little fairies. But three fairies decide to take Aurora to the woods and hide her away until the day after her 16th birthday, and so as, you know, to protect her. And the king and the queen, you know, carry on in the castle. Now the king kind of, it's really interesting, the king's, I did not like the king in this Maleficent movie, but his character kind of becomes interesting. He becomes very dark and obsessed with trying to, you know, revenge on Maleficent for the curse, and that's really interesting. But he, you know, he wasn't, I didn't really like him, but still it was an interesting thing. Anyway, so the story kind of goes on in the way that you know, but it definitely takes different turns and twists and stuff as well. And I loved that. I was like, oh, this is, I liked that it wasn't just the same story. I think I wouldn't have been as interested if it was. So I loved how it went. And I loved Angelina Jolie as Maleficent in this movie. She was incredible and awesome, and it was so good. So we have also two worlds, the like Forbidden Foresty world and the people world, and the people and the fairies and such don't merge together, and that's also a big aspect of this film. But I loved it. I totally recommend this movie if you like Sleeping Beauty or if you don't, but probably watch Sleeping Beauty first, just so you can get some of the little things here. I loved her crow in this movie. If you've seen the movie, you know what I mean. That I thought was brilliant. And I loved Aurora, and I just loved Maleficent. I just thought it was great. I kind of liked everything about it. I liked the way that it ended. I liked the things that they changed and did. I just loved it. So I definitely recommend this movie. I give it 4.5 stars out of 5. I know you don't usually do 0.5s, but I didn't want to give it 4. But I didn't really want to give it 5 because I don't know. So I give it 4.5. But I loved it. I enjoyed it. I'm going to watch this one many more times. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. It's kind of magical and nice, and I don't know. I think I don't know what to say. Like I said, I've heard mixed things, but I personally really enjoyed it. I liked what they did. I liked what they changed. I liked the way it looked. I liked its themes, and I loved it a lot. So yeah, that's what I thought about Maleficent. I give it a big thumbs up. I loved it a lot. I'll watch it again. But I still enjoy Sleeping Beauty, so I like them both. I like looking at it from a different perspective and different take on things. I really appreciate that. And I just find it really interesting to look into things differently. So yeah, definitely enjoyed Maleficent. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have seen it. What did you think about it? Let me know all the stuff, but don't give any spoilers down below. Hopefully you guys will have got a spoiler-free review here and will now want to go ahead and watch the movie. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this 3D Blu-ray review and want to see more recent releases of movies, because this came out on Monday and obviously it's Wednesday today and I'm reviewing it today. So let me know if you want to see more of the more recent releases reviews. Subscribe if you haven't already or if you are a newbie, and I'll see you next time guys. Keep smiling peeps. Goodbye!